Joining me right now is Texas Congressman, House Financial Services Committee member Roger Williams. And Congressman, it's always a pleasure to see you. What are the sticking points? What are the Democrats pushing for that are no-goes for the Republicans?
Well, I think the president said it right. I mean, we want a package that's going to help Main Street America. But when you look at things like they always throw the life issue in there, they throw payments to illegal immigrants, and this sort of thing has nothing to do with what we're trying to accomplish, getting money out in Main Street. We still have money out there, about $100 billion in the PPP program that we can use, and some other money out there. But when they throw these other things in, it makes it really hard to vote for it, and it's not anything to do with helping the economy.
So, I mean, what are the priorities then? What do you believe is needed to get the economy moving again and get people at home feeling confident to go back to work?
Well, I think the economy is ready to go, Marie. I mean, you look at the lowest interest rates we've seen in years, the lowest tax rates. There's money in the system. Look at the stock market. I think we could make it pretty simple. As a business owner for 50 years, I think we need to cut regulations, and we need to pass liability insurance for big business, small business, Main Street America, so we can do business, and not worry about being sued out of business. Just look at the college football yesterday. A lot of these conferences, I think, entertained the liability issue and just deemed it more than what they wanted to deal with. So that's how you fix the economy and get it going again. Let entrepreneurship work. Let Main Street America get going, and not have to worry about the liability issue with the virus.
So do you want to see further tax cuts? I mean, putting the stimulus aside, looking forward, as this economy recovers from this shutdown, Congressman, what are the tools you'd like to see used in terms of fixing this and bringing us back to where we were?
Well, like I said earlier, I think we're just around the edge of the economy breaking loose again. If we cut regulations, and we do need to cut taxes. We created the greatest tax cuts in the history of our country. We saw what it did. It put money in the system, got money out of the hands of the government. But we could cut taxes even more, pass liability insurance, and turn the economy back over to Main Street America, and let us hire people and get back to the numbers we were at in January.
Mark Tepper, jump in here.
Yeah, the economy definitely needs to reopen. I mean, we were literally on the ropes about 6 months ago. We've done a great job rebounding, but we still have a lot of ways to go. I agree. I think liability protection is one of the most important things. I personally know a lot of business owners who are concerned, people that own restaurants who are concerned about how many people they can fit inside and things like that. So liability protection is important, but we just also have to continue with the reopening effort, right? We need to get the American public back out there doing what we were doing in 2019. Yeah. And then the third thing is, the unemployment insurance, that extra $600 a week, which is now over and done with, that was disincentivizing quite a bit of workers from going back to work and making their contribution to getting our economy back to whole.
Yeah. Congressman, you agree with all that?
Totally. And I can tell you the unemployment insurance, I mean, of course, it's ended now. We're starting to see our unemployment numbers drop because people are going back to work. People don't come to America. They don't come to Texas to draw unemployment. They come here to get a paycheck and work. And, like we said, let's quit paying people to not work. Let's cut regulations. Let's cut taxes. Let's provide liability insurance. And then you got a formula for a heck of a good economy and a comeback. I can tell you, 50 years being in business, I've seen a lot of things happen. And this economy is ready to go.
So what do you want to say then to Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, who were out and about yesterday holding their first appearance as running mates, and both took the opportunity to slam the president, slam his handling of the economy, and, said that he drove it into the ground. What are your answers to Joe Biden and Kamala Harris on that?
Well, I don't think driving an economy in the ground is when you got more jobs than people. You got the lowest tax rates, as we said earlier. You got the lowest unemployment. We're talking about January, February. That's not driving it in the ground. And the interesting thing is that's coming from people that have never run a business, never met a payroll, never had to draw on a line of credit. And so naturally, I guess that's the thing they would say, because they can only go back to what would government do. President Trump, people like myself and others, we go back what we do in business, what we do to hire people. So this is going to be the debate. This is going to be the debate of big government against Main Street America. They're going to think big government does it better, and that's what the election is going to be about. And I would say the American public are not stupid, and they're going to see what their 401ks, what the stock market's done, and I think they're going to go with less government, more opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, you can't hide the fact that before this coronavirus, we had the best economy and jobs market in a generation, if not ever, certainly in my lifetime. What was your reaction to Kamala Harris as Joe Biden's pick? What does she bring to the table, Congressman?
Well, I mean, that was his decision, but what he did not pick a moderate. He picked a person I think maybe has the most liberal voting record in the Senate. Again, she has no experience. She's been 3 years in the Senate. That's not experience to run the country. She's never run a business, never met a payroll, and she's not going to be able to learn how to do it because the fellow she's going to be working with has never done that either. So I think it's a really big contrast Americans will see, Americans will make. And like you say, January, February, best economy I've ever seen. And we can get back to that. I think we can see growth in the fourth quarter if we do the things we talked about this morning with liability protection for small businesses, cut taxes, cut regulations, and let Main Street go.
All right. We will leave it there. We will watch this developments, Congressman. It's good to see you this morning, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.